What's good, people? What's going on? How's everybody doing this evening? Real quick, I want to say thanks for my supporters. Excuse me for supporting me for my endeavors. Also, with this platform that I have, unapologetic manhood. Again, as I said before, I'm coming out with new line of clothes, t-shirts, and stuff like that. You know, brother trying to hustle, but it's going to have so many different quotes and stuff like that. You're going to love it. I promise you. There's someone that's all I'm going to be wearing. I'm not going to be wearing my t-shirts that I usually be wearing. It's going to be nothing but dream big, unapologetic manhood, all that type of line. Anyway, guys, we got to get to this video real quick. I'm trying to make it as short as possible, but it has a lot. But it's going to be short. I promise you. Anyway, I talked about this today when it comes to a lot of Black people for a long time, for decades now, have this mind of a liberal white woman. All they talking points when in case of when they talk about toxic masculinity, Black people, mulattoes, full Black, whatever. When they talk about feminism, globalism, LGBTQ, when they have all these same talking points as the liberal white woman. And they've been doing this since the 60s. And Black folks, in my opinion, majority of us think this way. And it's a damn shame. And we wonder why things keep on happening to us. We take on that victimhood that the liberal white woman been giving us since the mid-60s to the late 60s into the 70s. We don't understand how, especially Black men, this is what this pandering got to do with things, especially with this Kevin Samuels. A lot of people are starting to see it, how it became mainstream on how the different aspects of how people talking about this one Black man that is actually trying to put Black Americans together again, putting the nuclear family number one, like most non-Black Americans, especially if you're not extremely Americanized, And this man, Stephen A. Crockett Jr., I want to hit it right hard on the nail. And I want to read this article from the Huff Post. I guess he's a writer, and you know how these neoliberal feminist white people put in front of real racist, self-hating Black folks like this man and many others. And he ain't the only one. He's a so-called Black man. He looked mulatto. I'm gonna show you a picture. Let you guys see it soon. But he's another one how they put them in front of us, like they did people like Barack Obama. He was another one that did things for the liberal white woman for the most part, especially with, putting all this LGBTQ legislation up, everything, the immigration legislation up, everything he possibly can to help them. Just like many of these elitist, boule Black folks do. And they talk crazy only about heterosexual Black men that don't bend the knee, like a Kevin Samuels, like several of us. But let me read this article, and we're gonna go from there. I just want to point out these things that this so-called brother, was saying, but about Kevin Samuels, and it was just, it sounded like a liberal white woman. Let's get it going. Let's go. If you hear it in the background, is my lady and her little brother and my son upstairs. She going crazy yelling and everything. But let's get this going. Is this it? This ad. Okay, here we go. This is his article. The Huff Post, another racist post, if you ask me. Opinion. He made sure he put opinion on here because he know this is about to be real racist, and a lot of real Black men and women, and it's not a lot of us, to be honest with you, that's going to tell these neoliberals about themselves because we think for some reason that they're not racist. This was on May the 10th when he wrote this. It's May the 16th, so 6 days ago. The 57-year-old YouTuber personality and former personal stylist has died. Unfortunately, his teaching will live on. He said, unfortunately, his teaching will live on. He was just like many of these neoliberal, white, liberal, woman-minded black folks want black men to be feminine. They want black men to be emasculated. They want us to be panderers to these delusional, Americanized women that really don't give a shit about us, even if we're pandering to them or either we ain't fucking with them. Let's get it going. These people are mentally destructive, without a doubt. Okay, Kevin Samuels came to us the way that most viruses do, without warning. This is Stephen A. Crockett. I believe this demon, this neoliberal demon, he's mulatto. Let's keep it going. One day you'll find the next morning you're completely engulfed by it and have no choice but to ride it out. For those of you who are included, just know that Samuels was a self-proclaimed relationship guru. He wasn't self-proclaimed. His 1.4 million followers made it that he was. He didn't get that name to himself. These, as you can see, this whole article is going to go with a whole lot of lies. He says his opinion to defend himself, to not get sued by Kevin Samuels and Kevin Samuels' family. He's actually smart for doing that, little demon. Relationship guru who started his own YouTube channel in 2014. He hosted a call-in show in which he offered advice, but the advice was often harsh criticism of the caller's appearance or worse. That's a lie. Kevin Samuels, he didn't disrespect anybody. He wasn't joking. It wasn't no comedy relief. No, he gave these people what they wanted, men and women. He gave these people what any person that when you call in for actual advice, you're not looking to be lied to. He wasn't just destroying a woman will call, she like 300 pounds, and he just saying whatever that comes to his mind. He just gonna call, you fat, get out of here. No, he wasn't doing that. All right. Let's get it going. Hold on one second. I just lost it. Nope, not that one. Hold on one second. Okay. He went viral in 2020 when a female caller told him she was no longer interested in dating below her pay grade. She said she was a business owner and noted that men who weren't earning at her level or above tended to want to get into her business, both frequently and literally. Hey, women that's listening to this, to a man that won't pander to you, I'm gonna tell you, men don't give a shit about your degrees like that. Don't give a shit about your money like that. Those some betas, those some Pookie and Ray Rays you mess with mostly. Those the actual dudes that's the father of your children. Them guys that you think the men are. No, that's that 16% that got in the black community anyway, that got 2 to 3 to 4 baby mamas. No, real men, we don't give a damn about your education. We don't give a damn about how much money you have, because we got our own money, because we know that money ain't ours. Especially in the court of law, because we doing what we supposed to be doing. Okay. Samuel's advice to the woman, you see that he didn't say anything about the man, right? Let's keep it going. Samuel's advice to the woman was that her desire to attract a man above her social status was a pipe dream, or as he put it, men who make six figures don't want mid-30s baby mamas. Guys, this is super true. Friends of mine, if they're going to they're gonna deal with somebody that's making six or more figures. They're gonna deal with a woman without kids. Real talk. They're gonna just deal with their kids because they have no time. Because again, as Kevin Samuels and many other mentally stable people say and understand, they know that we can't. It's they have plenty of women that want them. So how they gonna just pick a woman mid 30s, a baby mama to 2 or 3 men, or just one man that might give them trouble? That's a hassle. This is how real men are thinking. Sorry, guys. Okay. He also noted that average looking women, the caller had rated herself a 5 on a scale of 1 to 10. Didn't tend to attract high earning men. Samuels explained that he was giving her a dose of reality. Yes, that's why she and hundreds of thousands of women called, because they wanted reality. It was some of them that was trolling, being the simple-minded neoliberal first world country entitled idiots. Yeah, those are the ones that didn't mind and now disrespecting the man like he killed 100,000 people. Okay. As the caller tried to explain her position, Samuel interrupted her to note, you can call it what you want to, but women like you die alone, straight up, because you think you are better than the men you qualify for. I real talk, logic, don't see no lie. Don't worry about me, but logically, it doesn't see no lie. He also told the woman who had a baby but had never married the child's father that she was a used vehicle wanting brand new 2021 prices. He never said that. You could tell this man probably looked at some fucking what you call that, some TikTok display of videos. You can just tell, because that's how all these little simpletons do. Demons. On Thursday, rumors began swirling that the 57-year-old Samuels had died. For almost a day, no reputable news source would post news at his death. The New York Times waited until Saturday before writing up a story that the social media celebrity and former stylist who built his following on an image of pain-spoken, hyper-masculine authority, usually wearing a finely tailored suit, had died. So they call him hyper-masculine. Anybody with a brain know Kevin Samuels was a hyper-masculine. Look how the man dressed. Look how the man, he had perfume, cologne, and designer wear and stuff like that. That's hyper-masculine. See, what the problem is, when a brother wanna come into its masculinity to these neoliberal far leftist demons, it's a problem. But when a woman wants to be like you usually are, a toxic feminist, it's A-OK to these betas and these delusional females. Let's go. All of it added to the sadness of Kevin Samuels' life. Kevin Samuels' life was sadness. He said Kevin Samuels' life was sadness. Was sadness. This is a so-called black man. What I seen is what you seen. He looked like he an LGBTQ member. I'm telling you, it goes. You see why I call him a white liberal. They got the mind of a white liberal woman. He calling his life sad. This man has about 100. How many? Let me look at this real quick. How many followers this dude have? Hold on 1 second. Hold on just 1 second. Let's get it here. Hold on. Let me see how many followers this dude has before I say anything else. Oh, he just blocked me. I got him. Got him. I got him. He blocked me. He blocked me on Twitter, guys, because I was getting him. This man has no followers, and he's telling a man that had 1.4 million followers that he had a sad life. Very successful black man. This is what these demons think of you. Okay, there is no shortage of men who believe much like Samuels. The single black woman over 35 are, as Samuels called them, leftovers. See, so it's just a black man thing. White men think this shit. Asian men definitely think this shit. Any man with an actual strong family, how can I say, morals, a family base, believe that. And black people, to be honest with you, for the last 60 years, since we've been thinking like liberal white women, like this man, they've been like this. We never ever had a strong family, and I'm gonna say in a long time. It's been about 50 years since we had an actual strong family. So those non-black American men, they have strong family. They families, but they won't say that. These neoliberal so-called black folks, they don't say stuff like this to other heterosexual non-black men. And those the people that have the actual strong family base. It's crazy. You can't walk into any place where time stands still, a barbershop, boxing gym, Republican convention, oh my God, or the home of Howard Stern listeners, and find men with beliefs much like Samuel's, and women, because he had hundreds of thousands of women contacting him. Here's what he said. There was nothing shiny about Samuel's, in his opinion, like he said. Thoughts, nothing new to see, nothing prospect of profound. Yet there are men, many of whom will now be forced to listen to Joe Buttons and DJ Academics, who believe like Samuels, the diagonally hurt, spiteful, and hate-filled criticism dressed up as straight talk is keeping it real. Yo, he said the derogatory, hurtful, spiteful, and hate-filled criticism. This is the problem with the society and these so-called black folks, even these mulattoes, like this dude and like a Barack Obama that's in that neoliberal feminazi democrat part of the world, and how the hatred they have for black men and women that actually tell facts, tell the truth, tell what is actually going on. They tell what's actually going on, but it's hateful. But that's the type of man that when he see a black woman disrespecting everybody, saying this and that and third, oh, go ahead, girl. She down for the cause. Or because he's a neoliberal feminist, like a George Floyd that keeps on making bad decisions on his life and this and that and third, he's a provider. He's a provider. He's the king of all kings, and they shouldn't have did this and this and that and third. I'm telling you, the real enemy to these neoliberal feminists, women or men, are the heterosexual black men. And I don't know why. Because most of us are led by a matriarchy mindset. I just don't understand. I don't understand why they have so much hatred for us. I don't get it. Okay, Samuels provided himself in taking black women and some black men. He was getting at black men for about 4 or 5 years, you demons. Some black men to task. He was bash and brutal, even when the conversation didn't call for it. This is his opinion. You can tell this man watched TikTok and he's seen certain views and things of that nature. Cornball. It's whatever. Once a man called in to his show and noted that he was a phlebotomist, Samuel grew bored with the caller and told him, "Get the F off my phone, bitch. Go take blood, boy." He told a single mom that she was being stingy with sex with her high-value man after she'd already given up her womb before she gotten a ring. And I'm paraphrasing. Oh, so you're paraphrasing. Yo, this man, he ain't going into nothing. He just saying hateful. This man dead. They treat him like he was George Floyd killer. See, the black men that don't bend the knee and don't and that's not feminized, we are the enemies, like the so-called racist white man, to these type of mentally disturbed people. And we have been for a long time. And they put these delusional women on a pedestal because all these people want the black woman to stay stay control of the black community. All she had to do is have the mind of the liberal white woman. Her and LGBTQ so-called black members like this Steven dude. Okay. Once a man called in to his show and noted that, I already read that part. Hold on one second. Let's get into it. I must note that I didn't know Kevin Samuels, the person. Hell no, you didn't. You wouldn't want to, because you can't. You don't know any real black men that won't bend the knee to your bullshit. And there have been several YouTube videos utilizing him now that he is gone. You damn right. But I have trouble believing that the highly stylized Samuels was sound bites often made it to be such studious academic sites such as World Star and Media Takeout, both lying demon sites. That's how these devils. I believe he's half white. He got to be half white. He might be all white. This is what they want. They want black men to be low. Black men and women to be low totem pole, think like demons, be ignorant, being ghetto. They like that shit. They thrive on it. That's why most of these brothers that's doing our communities dirty are put on a pedestal. So let's read this again. Whose sound bites often made it to such studio academic sites such as World Star and Media Takeout was the true man. Don't know him, but he think he knows him to be the true man. He's talking like he knows him. I want to believe that Samuels is a creation whose origin story starts with a kind fellow who, much like many men before him, was hurt by someone and became the villain. Isn't this every villain's origin story? I'm telling you, black man, when you tell your truth, you're a villain. But when the women tell it, or these LGBTQ members tell it, oh, you are so free. You are so, what's the word they say, guys? What word they say? You are so, it's a word that they always say, like, I'm in, I forgot the word I'm looking for, but they say, you are so free. You're brave. That's what it is. You're so brave. You're so brave. When they telling their truth, But all the shit that black men going through, being raised 75% to 80% by a woman, and not just any woman. A lot of the women that's raising us are bitter, destructive women. But nobody don't want to talk about that. They don't want to talk about that. Blame the black little boy. Blame the educated black man that don't want to bend the knee to delusion of our degenerate side of the black culture. Okay, think about this. He goes, think about this. He was always immaculated dressed, yet most of his YouTube footage appeared to be shot in a room in his home. This means that he would put on a full suit and tie to sit in a room in his home to talk to viewers. What the hell that supposed to mean? It's a podcast. This is not CNN. Well, he supposed to have a studio. See, these people, the bashing, all this other stuff, boy, is typical. Kevin, for Samuels, the suit was a lot like the Joker makeup. What the hell? I guarantee you this dude watched probably like 2 to 3 TikTok Kevin Samuels shows. I guarantee. He's taking all his talking points from his liberal white mommy. Hold on 1 second. Most of his callers were just regular folks. How the fuck do you know? Wearing regular clothes, but Samuels would chid them, and take them to task while suited and booted. This man had everybody call his phone, call his line on his Zoom. You know, people got to be looking at this, if they're reading this article like, what? This man was talking to 6-7 figure people. He was talking to regular Joe Smoes that had a good job, a nice house. He was talking to everybody. Just like I said, he probably watched like 3 shows. It didn't make him an asshole any more than big church hats make church women gossip, but it aids in the process like a clock on a dagger. Add up all the things that make a knuckle dragging, barbaric, hyper masculine man, and you would have Kevin Samuels. You see this racist? I literally believe he got to, when I saw the video, he got to be mulatto. This racist fucker called him a knuckle dragger. That's like dragging. What the fuck? He is talking the white liberal. He is talking for the white liberal woman. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Barbaric, hyper masculine. This dude, he's telling you himself in this bullshit article. He's suited and booted. This man selling he perfumes and all this other stuff, always stylish. His house look all colory. I don't think he's hyper masculine, you dummy. And you would have Kevin Samuels as much like a villain. This Damon calling somebody a villain again. It's fucking Damon. Before him, there is no love for the destruction he caused, and no redeeming qualifies in his death. No redeeming qualities in his death. They don't give a shit. These demons will spit on a black man's grave like no other. They don't give a shit. They worse than these liberal white women that they speak for. He picked up his mantle and used it to beat people over the head under the guidance of therapy. He was a corner store preacher without a good word, or a basketball dad filled with hate and no kid to cheer on. Wow. He making it all about men. These fuck boys. If he was whatever happened to the unloved, He was abandoned, dulled, commercial. You know, the one that almost makes you cry. Shaming tactics. He was that one. And let me see. He picked up the villain. His no love for destruction. He destruction, but it wasn't the baby mamas with 3-4 baby daddies. The baby daddies that's not there. That's not destruction. He did for way. I guarantee he did way more for the black community than anybody that this dude Stephen A. What's his bullshit name? Hold on a second. Stephen Crockett Jr. Stephen Crockett Jr. I guarantee he did way more than you. I guarantee that you will ever do for the black community. But spirit hate our own black men and black women that don't believe in the bullshit that you believe in. That identity politic bullshit. That don't got nothing to do with actual black families and a nuclear family. It only has something to do with what can I what can I get notice about? How can I defend globalism? How can I defend the LGBTQ women's rights, immigration, and all these other people that don't have nothing to do with your own people? Being as though he's either black or he's either half white or all white. This is the demon. He blocked me too. This demon. And I'm going to put that on here. Anyway, let's look at this is last thing I want you I want to show you guys. Yeah, I'm tired of this bullshit. I'm tired. I'm tired of people going after my people. Black men. Not all black men, because some of you black men, y'all going to have to learn for yourself. Being as though people keep on hurting you, but you still want to pander, that's your thing. Fuck out of here. I'm talking about real black men, masculine black men that want better for themselves, that understand they actually have been hurt, and understand that they need the therapy, that they need therapy to grow into the person that they want to grow into for themselves, for the Most High first, for themselves second, and for their families. I'm down with those black men and men in general. F that. Yes, it's masculinity. You the villain. You the demon. Let me show you this last, what he was on. And we're going to see, as I've been saying throughout this 30 minutes, we're going to see what this man is really about and who is his white mommy. His white neoliberal mommy. Hold on one second. That he defends, that he's talked for. Hold on one second. This is a long one, so as a matter of fact, let me I want you guys to hear one particular part. So let me take this off real quick, and I'm gonna get that. Try to be a little bit more professional than this. Hold on. Hold on one second, guys. Let's look at this part. We're gonna I'm gonna share this, and you can just look at this dude. I think he might be mulatto. I'm not for sure, but he's talking to a neoliberal white woman, obviously. Let's go.
In which we're going to be raised, or we just acknowledge toughness. But that's really the only, like, you either have it or I'm going to teach you how to have it. And the problem with that, so I was always
Well, and Dad was trying to be helpful because he knew,
right, because he knew
where he came from.
Exactly, exactly. So for him, he had looked at things that he had done, wished he had done differently, and then wanted to try to get.
Let me see something.
And had that happen was with music, but even music isn't been in our lives forever. But for me,
he looks like an LGBTQ member too.
Of words and what they could actually do was when I was around 12 or 13. My mother is an English teacher. She taught junior high school, and so one of the things that she would do is each year she'd buy a bunch of books for her students, and they'd have like a reading group, and they'd have to read up to a certain page. And then
this is corny, but you can see as this dude who he talks to, who he's bare his feelings for, and who is his actual master. Just like many of these neoliberal so-called black people, how they speak is everything they got from the liberal white woman. Don't give a shit what nobody said. It's not about creating a better family-orientated environment in the black community. It's not about having both constructive criticism in a black community from the black man and black woman in order to raise an actual real family. It's not about understanding morals, decency, real guidance. It's all about destruction. This is what they want to put on the black community. They want destruction. You can see many of these so-called leaders that they got in front of you for the last 50 some odd years, they think just like a liberal, white woman. They do. Point blank. Anyway, guys, I'm going to keep on hitting you with some truth. No matter what happens or what have you, I'm going to keep on hitting you with some truth. I'm going to keep on protecting the black man, but men in general that actually want to change their environment, stop simping, stop pandering to people that the only reason why you even pandering to them because you know that you're getting money off of them. Hey, do your thing, but I'm going to let it be known that it's going, and there's many brothers just like me that's going to keep on getting at you. Because you're not going to be disrespecting us, calling us villains, knuckle draggers. This dude said knuckle draggers. Yes, that dude said knuckle draggers. That so-called black man. What the fuck do that supposed to mean? I think is in my opinion, is a racist terminology. Definitely wouldn't have said nothing derogatory to an LGBTQ member or a female. Anyway, guys, please like and subscribe to the channel. And I'm going to keep on hitting you with some fire videos. Keep on supporting the brother. Peace.